Welcome back, everyone. Over 20% of our kids at school report facing bullying. Rumors are the most common way that kids are bullied. Other common bullying tactics include being made fun of, being excluded from activities, or being physically harmed. And joining us now is Dr. Madeline Joseph. She is a professor at the University of Florida College of Medicine. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And bullying is such a tough subject to talk about. Who is most at risk here?
That's a great question. And so the kids who are at risk for being bullied are any kids who could be looked at as being different or not popular. So sometimes children who are a little bit awkward, even in how they communicate with others, could be at risk. Or if they belong to any particular group, like LGBTQ, or even kids with obesity. So any child that could be looked at as being weak or vulnerable or not popular, those are the kids who are going to be at most risk.
We know that this is something that we as parents think back to our own childhoods, our own experiences in school, and we see this potentially happening with our kids. What are some of the warning signs that parents should know about and to look out for so that they can help?
Yes, and the child is not going to be willing sometimes to really talk about being bullied because they're ashamed of that, or they may not trust the adult. So the parents should be really cautious and kind of looking for these subtle signs, such as if the child come in with an injury that couldn't explain it, or if they lost their cell phone, they're losing their belonging, or they're losing their friends. Or if they become anxious, not able to sleep, or if their grades are dropping. So those are, some of the signs. And sometimes they start complaining about headaches or, stomach pain on a regular basis, or simply they just don't want to go to school. And so this is really a good time for the parent to kind of say what is different and what's going on and, approach the topic.
Sounds like it really is knowing your child so incredibly well. And what advice do you have to help kids who are being bullied kind of fight back in a positive way? What do you advise parents to do to help them fight back in a good way?
And I think the first thing is for the parent to make sure they tell their child this is not your fault, because they're victims. So that's number one, because a lot of kids feel like because they're different or they're not popular, it is their fault that they're being bullied. So that to make that, make the child being confident that they're not the problem. And the second part is actually to prepare them for such situations. And so, even rehearsing, like, what are they going to say back? And so, for example, sit tall, look the bully in the eye, like don't, look down, because they may think you're scared of them. So just even the posture they can take can, give a little bit sense of that they're stronger and they're not weaker. And practicing something as simple as, saying, I don't like what you're telling me, or why are you saying that? And obviously trying to create, help them to make friends, because sometimes the friends could be the barrier. And to protect them. And sometimes even engage them in activities like sports, clubs, in school. They start learning some of those skills where they can actually get along with other kids, and that can make them not vulnerable to being bullied.
Sounds like it really is all about confidence and empowerment, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Awesome. And obviously working with the schools, sometimes volunteering at school as a parent to kind of see what's happening. Is there any particular area where some of the bullying is happening, and make sure the schools know if there's any incidents that are happening. So just be active and engaged with your child and empower them and give them confidence.
Such good information. Thank you so much, Doctor. We really appreciate this.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.